everyone, I apologize for the voiceover, but as it turns out, the loudspeaker at the Mazda displays drowned out a lot of what I was saying on camera at the LA Auto Show. But we wanted to give you guys a quick sneak peek at the all-new 2017 CX-9. I know this may seem a little out of the blue, but we do have our reasons. Normally, we don't fuss about a car like this, but we think this one is special because it potentially houses what could be the drivetrain for a future Speed 3 or 6. We know Mazda has not yet confirmed anything about a new Speed, but we think if they did, much like the CX-7 shared some of its drivetrain with the Speed 3 and 6, we think the Mazda will use a variation of this CX-9 motor and possibly other parts to make a new Speed. We're crossing our fingers. So a little info about this car. It's a mid-size SUV with 3 rows of seats. Mazda redesigned this car using their Kodo styling, so it's more in line with their current list of vehicles. Also ditched the V6 that they've normally used and went for more economical yet powerful 2.5-liter Skyactiv turbocharged engine. It also features an automatic transmission and, of course, all-wheel drive. The engine in this vehicle is mainly why we're discussing the car in particular, so we will talk about it for a bit and give you some close-up shots we were able to acquire at the show. The power rating for this motor is 250 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque using premium fuel. The engine features Skyactiv technology, which combines direct injection and higher than normal compression ratios. I believe this engine has a compression ratio of 10.5 to 1, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but it's actually quite high for a turbocharged vehicle. If you look closely at the model engine we filmed, you can probably tell that this motor features a twin-scroll turbocharger setup, which allows for quick spooling at low RPM without sacrificing high RPM efficiency. Also, for those of you who noticed the throttle body is in fact pointing downwards, this is because the car will come standard with a front mount intercooler. I know this will definitely be a welcome addition to those current heat-soaked Speed 3 drivers. Additionally, this car will feature a cooled EGR system, in case you were wondering what that funny-looking device was on top of the intake manifold. Normally, an EGR recirculates hot gases back into the manifold, but Mazda has found a way to cool these gases down to help boost air temperatures, and what ultimately translates to more power. A final note before we sign off, for those of you getting hung up on the not so impressive power numbers, just remember this engine is in an SUV that isn't meant for high performance. This exact setup probably won't make it into a speed vehicle, but rather a variation just like the CX-7, which used a slightly different turbo and tune to produce better low-end power. The Speed 3 variation of the CX-9 motor, still crossing my fingers, will probably be closer to 300 horsepower, utilizing a better, more efficient turbo and more aggressive tune. As you can probably tell, we are very excited about this car, and that's why we wanted to give you guys a close-up. We know we have a lot of subscribers who are fans and drivers of the Mazda Speed 3 and 6, and if you guys are like me, you're wanting a new Mazda Speed 3 very badly. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more from us, subscribe, and please don't hesitate to leave any questions or comments below, and we'll see you guys in our next one. Bye! So I'm just going to grab it, put it in there.